Well, you know,
I know. Keep on. You know what? Thomas was a doubter too. We still love Thomas. All right. So in the chair, what's your first name?
Kaleb.
Caleb.
I got a book.
All right. Good to see you, buddy.
Caleb's been bullfighting for how long?
A little over 20 years. So
Wow.
Probably about 22, 23 years.
Wow.
For the layperson, bullfighting is also referred to as rodeo clowning.
Well,
But it's
Yeah.
for a layperson, that's what
Right.
Sure. So you know Bo?
What's that?
You know Bo?
So,
Is it Howell? Or
Harold?
Harold? Bo Harold.
Yep, I know him. Yep.
I got a really good picture of him almost getting his ear taken off the other day.
Harold?
Harold, Bo Harold.
Yep, I know him. Yep.
I got a really good picture of him almost getting his ear taken off the other day.
Nice. No, I was in Livingston at the PBR.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So are you still doing it then?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, good
You just
Lord.
did Big Sky
Yep.
last weekend.
Wow. So I am a rodeo photographer,
Okay.
an NRA rodeo photographer,
Oh, cool.
and I've been doing professional photography for 30 plus years.
Oh, nice.
I did a lot of motorsports stuff,
Okay.
NHRA, NASCAR, Indy, those
You're
kind
used
of
to
things.
fast action.
Yeah, and I come up here, moved here, and I'm like, what am I going to do that's fast action? My buddy goes, you ain't never seen fast action till you go to a rodeo.
Yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
like, all right. So I started shooting it. I'm like, this is hard,
Yeah.
but good, right?
Have timing to capture all that's going on
Yeah.
in
And
one moment.
you know what else is really interesting? And I was telling Brian about this. I didn't know when bulls do their thing, just how excited they get. And I mean, they'll get a full-on erection. And I have to edit that out because I've got this one picture, and it's one of my favorite pictures. This rider gets thrown, and he's sitting on his butt, and his eyes are like this big, and right in front of him was the bull, fully in the air and fully extended, right in front of his face. And
I've
it's
actually
like,
never seen that in my career.
oh, I'll have to show you pictures.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I have to edit it out of almost every time.
Yeah, of course.
Almost every time I'm doing a bull, I've got to edit that out.
Really?
Yeah, oh, it happens all the time.
Really?
And then the other one is
Huh.
like the snot ropes. Have you seen those?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
I've got this one of a snot lasso. It's like this full-on lasso.
Yeah. Yeah. That happens often.
So he was saying one of his team guys got kicked in the head.
Oh, damn.
This guy.
Yeah.
I've got photos of Devin Hunley from last week where he got stomped on.
Oh, did he get stomped on?
He got stomped pretty good, yeah.
Yeah,
But he got up, he's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
It's right in the middle of his back, though.
He was on the chest protector, but I mean, he still got hurt.
So vests are so important, but still, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
bow sheets, it's been a couple months ago, he broke his back, getting thrown into the chutes.
Oh, damn. Well, Chase Feeser, I think it was?
Yep, I know Chase real well. He went to the school that I helped instruct.
Oh, cool. So a couple of years ago, down at the Rivoli Fairgrounds, he, did his heroic act and got between the bull and the rider, and bull locked onto him and chased him up the chute. He's jumping up the chute, and his foot slipped. I've got a perfect picture of one horn coming up, basically saddling him.
Yeah.
One horn's coming up the front, one horn's coming up the back,
Yeah.
and he lifted up. That's when he broke his ankle because his ankle was stuck in the chute.
Yeah,
And when he lifted it up, just freaking ripped his ankle.
that's why the iron is such a no-no for us. So Chase, as a student, I would tell him, what did you learn right there? Don't go off the chute. Because if they push you around in the arena, it's not really that big of a deal most of the time. They
No.
got to plant their foot on you real good. But if they push you against iron, something's going to break, and it's
That's
you.
right.
So we always really teach to stay away from the iron as best you can.
Oh, that's a good call.
So if we call it kind of, you just sort of hit panic mode. It happens easily. Still happens to me, if I'm in a real tight spot.
Yeah.
Sometimes your human instinct will take over, and it's part of that panic mode. You reach for something, and it happens to be the chutes, and it's the
Oh,
wrong
no.
play. You should dive out into the arena and get pushed around a little bit. That's fine. but it happens. Shoot. And sometimes you don't have a choice. Sometimes you get thrown. I was in Deadwood a couple of weeks ago and got thrown into the chutes and then mashed around. And the only thing that saved me was that the bull's horns were wide enough he couldn't catch me in the corner. So he just kind of beat me around with his nose, but his horns were on either side of me.
Jeez.
It was like a dang cartoon. I was sitting there in the mid corner of the chute, and he was trying to eat me with everything he had, but he just couldn't get his horns turned enough.
Wow.
Guys were scrambling to try to grab me by the shoulders and pull me out of it.
So the other day when Bo got hurt, the bulls were on that particular night. The bulls were exceptionally randy,
Yeah.
and they had this bull lassoed twice, and he got away from Bull, the pickup man.
Yeah.
Somehow got away.
Yeah.
The Bo chases after, grabs the rope. I'm like, no. I mean, I'm watching this in slow motion.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you guys do.
Yeah,
I
sure.
couldn't pretend to do it,
Yeah.
but I knew that was the wrong call, right? And then one of the pickup men throws a lasso, misses the bull,
Are you on there
and
already?
it hooks up on the top
About 2:20
of the fence.
Oh, shoot.
afternoon.
And so the horse starts pulling back. It's taut.
Okay.
Bo goes running through and he gets clotheslined.
Oh, that ain't good.
And it frickin' just about took his ear off.
Oh,
And he will tell you, I don't know why I picked up that rope.
yeah. Sometimes if the situation's right, we can run behind. If the bull's roped good, if it's like a nice loop and they just happen to miss their dally or they lost their dally, we can go and help them. And we'll
Yeah.
pick it up and hand it to them. But it's got to be the right situation.
Right.
You know? So it can be helpful. Sometimes it's not.
No,
Sometimes-
you know what? Bo is such a pro. I've watched him and I just am amazed.
Yeah.
And I know that was like one of those momentary, oh, doggone it, what I do?
Lapse in judgment.
Right, it just happens.
It
you know?
happens, and that's what we all. It's funny, like when you run into bull riders or bullfighters, anybody who's involved, especially in rough stock, and you say, "Oh man, that sucked," blah blah blah, and most of them guys will just say, "Well, it's part of it," you know, like it's gonna happen. It's
Yeah.
rodeo.
Well, what's funny for me is like when I'm doing any kind of motorsports, or even, football, baseball,
Yeah,
based on what you've seen a million times,
right.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, the scenario, right?
It doesn't matter how many times you watch an animal,
Yeah.
they don't know.
No,
So if they don't know, you sure is not going to guess it.
dang right. Yeah.
So I had this.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I had this bronc over at Rodeo Fairgrounds, and I'm directly across from the chutes,
Mm-hmm.
and I lay down just outside the arena, chute underneath the bottom rail.
Yeah.
I'm fat enough and old enough that I'm not getting inside the arena. I already know that.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and it's weird because I'm on a long lens, and I look at this bronc, and I make eye contact, and he makes eye contact with me. He's coming right at me. I'm
Yeah.
like, he can't see me. He doesn't see me.
You're right.
When he keeps coming right at me, he gets right to the fence, stops, throws the rider over me, and then he kicks the fence.
Holy.
I'm like, holy crap, he could see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Oh yeah, that was.
Much better.
Yeah, Mo better.
All right, so who's your all-time favorite bull?
Man, to fight or to watch buck, I guess would be.
Yeah, that's fair. How about watch buck?
Oh man. So when I was getting on bulls, it was sort of the golden era of the PBR. Adriana Moraes, Chris Shivers, the Carrillo brothers. Ty Murray was still getting on. That was a golden era of bulls for me too. It was like Little Yellow Jacket, Marcio Mudslinger, Border Patrol, Tahanta, all these like really, really rank bulls. But I don't know, like, to get on a bull and say that, maybe got on him at the time probably would have been like Little Yellow Jacket, North Dakota bull, cool bull owner, kind of one of those bulls he started the iconic bull thing, And there was a few bulls before him, like Pacific Bell, Skull Pacific Bell was one of the first bulls to get inducted in the Hall of Fame, into the PRCA. So I don't know, probably Little Yellow Jacket just because he looks so cool.
Yeah.
Big yellow bull, one horn up, one down, huge horns.
Oh, wow.
Pretty mean, come from Burger Bulls and they're mean. That'd probably be one I'd like to say that I probably got on. bull that I definitely never would have wanted to get on ever would be Bodacious, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I know Tough personally, got to see him, and you can see his, you know, his face is just kind of put back together with plastic, you know.
Wow.
But yeah, I'd say, you know, like that pen of bulls.
Did anyone ever ride Bodacious?
Oh yeah, Tough rode him.
Okay.
I don't think Jim Sharp ever did. The last guy to ever get on him is a guy from Roberts or Red Lodge area, Montana. His name's Scott Bredding.
Okay.
I fight bulls for his son now. His son
Okay.
gets on bulls. His name's Parker. Parker's been to the NFR a few times. Scott got on him with like a catcher's mask and about broke his face off with the mask on. The whole deal. He's at the NFR.
You know, the thing is that there's some bulls that you see are just rank,
Yep.
evil, mean,
Yep.
but then there's some that are just cunning,
Yep.
really smart, and
That
you're
was
like,
Bodacious.
how on earth did?
smart.
He was
Oh my
plumb
gosh!
smart. He
Yeah.
would set guys up with like a skip, and then he would buck way over his head with his back feet, and then bring his head up and look. You can see him looking for him as he came up. So he knew that he was going to make head-to-head contact with him. The interesting thing about Bo too was like he never. He didn't. I don't like. He'd break their face and then he'd just go take a victory lap. He was just that kind of bull. He was unreal. Yeah.
There was a bull towards the end of last season, and it was Danger Dave was the rodeo clown.
Yeah, I was just working with him this weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was you out there, but I follow him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he posted a little video when we were all walking with him into the arena.
Oh,
I was
cool.
the guy in the blue.
Okay, I'll go back and check that out.
Yeah.
Well, so I think it was Come Apart. Gets out into the ring, and you know normally the bulls stay really close to the chutes.
Right. Yep.
This one went for some reason, I decided I'm going to do a long view from like the end of the arena into the chutes, because sometimes they'll jump straight up inside the chute, and that's a cool picture.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So this one, he does that, and then he throws his rider, and then he starts running out to the end of the. And he's not running towards me,
Yeah.
but he's running out towards the far end of the arena.
Yeah.
And
Have you over here?
I'm shooting over here now, and so Dave, I'm gonna have to move back a little bit. So Dave comes out after him, and trying to get his attention to bring him back over. Pickup men are both doing their thing.
Yep.
One.
Come Apart lays down. And of course, the crowd immediately thinks he died. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, sure, yeah.
they always go to that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
They're like pushing him, slapping him on the back,
Yeah.
popping him on the nose. Nothing. Dave comes over, gets right
Stands
back
right
up, starts chasing him. Dave gets up over the rail. He falls down again. Come Apart wanted a piece of Dave. That was it. It was
playing a game.
it was hilarious to
Yeah.
watch.
He wants the lightning bolt on each side. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's totally cool. His birthday is Friday. We were going to
happy
in our
birthday.
hometown of Whitehall. At least Sean and I. He was born here over here, but we're going back to the hometown, and it's his birthday weekend, so it's pretty exciting.
Nice.
Right. How old will you be?
6.
6. Right on. Did we put the number 6 in the back? And then lightning bolts on the side?
Just the lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Okay. He said that he was excited for Brian to put lightning bolts on today.
Right on.
Pretty neat. He already talked about it first thing this morning.
Good
He knew
deal.
we were coming to get hair.
That's cool. You're getting blinded over there, huh?
Oh, not too bad.
It's that windshield.
Yeah,
Is that big black truck?
It's my personal windshield, actually.
Oh, it's your windshield, not mine.
Brian was old '99 Suburban that we bought.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been a great rig.
The black rig next to it is my 08.
Oh, nice.
I'm not changing that thing. My wife's like, "You want a new one?" No, I don't.
No,
Why would I want to ruin perfection?
that's it. No. Don't get into anything different if you don't have to. That's
No.
right. And the mates are nice and really good.
That was before the death, so that's good.
Yep, yep.
Not a fan of all that garbage.
No.
So Kaleb teaches bullfighting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where at?
It's over in Stanley, North Dakota, near Minot. We used to do it in Minot, and then we moved
Okay.
out to Stanley. It's with a guy named Al Sandvold, who started my whole career. He went to the NFR and ran the bullfights. The last year they did it in 2000. Ended up third there, I think, or fourth. And then he was responsible for my whole career. We went to the Montana Circuit Finals. Shoot, I don't know how many times.
Wow.
And he was also from North Dakota originally. Went to the Badlands Circuit Finals and saw me at a practice pen I was going to fight bulls every Thursday night in Bozeman and driving with zero money. Sometimes we'd have to stop and just get money from or fuel from the ranch. Every Thursday as a college kid, we barely could make it there and back, no money for food. But I wanted to fight bulls, and that was the only practice pen I knew that was going on. It was at Kuntz Arena in Bozeman, just down by the campus, kind of. It's a total different area now. It's crazy. 20 years ago, it's entirely different. But I was there every Thursday, and there was a guy in the back of the arena training in the dirt. He had a knee brace on. You could tell he was like rehabbing maybe. He moved around good. He was watching us the whole time. One of the guys I was fighting bulls with there, Clay Peterman, had been fighting a long time, and he looked over and he goes, "Do you know who that freaking is?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "That's Al Sandwood, man. And he just came back from the NFR, and he's going to the PBR World Bullfight Championships like in a couple months." I was like,
Wow.
"No way." So we went down there, shook his hand. He's a pretty quiet guy. I'm not. I like to talk a lot. And he watched me for a little bit, and he was at every practice I was at after that. And then there was a college rodeo during a high school rodeo at the same time in Bozeman. The college rodeo is the spring rodeo, and they break breeding in Bozeman. Probably one of the most iconic college rodeos. It used to be the college national finals arena. And so he and Lloyd Ketchum, one of my biggest heroes of all time, one of the reasons I'm fighting bulls, because Lloyd was probably the most amazing bullfighter I'd ever seen from Miles City. He was my hero. Thought he was the coolest guy ever. They both were fighting bulls at the college rodeo. Well, they came to the high school rodeo because it was early in the day, and they watched us. And both him and Lloyd came to me and said, you need to take another step. You need to get fundamentally sound, but you're there, and we want to see you take the next step, advance your skills a little bit." And I was
Wow.
like, "Well, what do I do?" And he said, "Well, put $300 together, and we need to get to South Dakota, over to Pierre, South Dakota." And I was like, "Well, I don't know if I can exactly afford." I said, "I can pay for the school, but I don't know if I can get there." And Al said, "Well, I work for the Yellowstone Jet Center. I'll fly you there in a small plane." And I was like, "I'm in, 100%. I'm in." First time I'd ever been in a small plane.
Oh, that's cool.
Freaked me out.
Yeah, I bet.
He let me fly it for a little bit, so I'm holding it.
What?
Yeah, he said, "Keep it on this heading at this altitude." And he grabbed his newspaper, started reading. I'm like, "What?" And we were kind of getting over by, there's a military operations area over by Hewlett and Devil's Tower and that. I'll never forget, we were kind of getting close to that. We were going to stop in Spearfish to get fuel. And I was like, flying along, just kind of staring at the gauges, and I'd look out every now and then. I'd look over at him, and he's still reading the paper. I'm like, "Wow, this guy's crazy." And the plane started moving a little bit more. Small planes, you feel them move. And there was a big thunderhead in front of me, and it got to the point where I was pushing down on the yoke to keep the plane down at that altitude, and I started almost shaking. And I'll never forget, he sensed it, flips the part of the paper down, looks at me, looks at the gauges and the little GPS that was on the yoke, and he's like, looks at me again, then he looks outside and goes, "Oh," and he takes the throttle back and trims the plane down a little bit. He goes, "That'll make it easier." And he goes, "There's a bunch of upslope. What's happening is all that air is coming up to meet that cloud as it's building, and so it was lifting the plane up without me doing anything, right? It was just pulling the plane up." So I was freaking out, trying to keep it at a certain altitude, because I'm hearing him talking to the Denver, airspace.
That's
Denver's
great.
telling him you can stay at this level, blah, blah, blah.
That's great.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So he took over and got us in between the clouds, and I went over there and fought bulls for 3 days, all day, every day. I took a midterm college exam in the bunkhouse while everybody was having a good time. They celebrated me passing that test.
Yeah, right?
And then fought bulls for the rest of the weekend. There was a competition at the end of the school, and I won it with a little plaque and stuff. And on the way back, he looked at me, about half dead, falling asleep, sore. Every part of my body was bruised from being all weekend. He looked at me and said, "I need you to fight 300 more bulls this summer, and then I'm gonna sign off on your letter of recommendation to get your pro card. But I need you to fight this many bulls this summer."
Wow.
So I did. I got in front of every bull I could, and every NRA or open or whatever. And he signed off on my card, and he's been my mentor ever since. I
That's
still
cool.
send him a video. I just saw him this Sunday, and we had basically a debriefing about the weekend. Talked
That's
about
awesome.
what happened, what was good, what was bad. And when you talked about different situations or scenarios,
Yeah.
that's our whole game, is developing similar situations, right? If a guy lands here, it's all about angles and trajectories and then closing speeds, right?
Right.
So our whole goal is just to what we call cut the string. So if that bull rider comes off, there's an imaginary string from that bull's nose to that bull rider's back, right? And I want to get into that area where I'm cutting that string, physically cut it. We talk to students all the time, like, did you get in that gap and did you cut the string? And some of them, they'll hesitate or they won't go all the way through it for whatever reason, you know, because they're new.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll come back and show them video. And now with technology, we've got an iPad in the arena. We're like, bring them over and say, okay, watch what happened.
Wow.
Here's what was good. Did you cut the string, yes or no?
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. So bullfighting theory, which I talked to an academic type guy at the Big Sky this weekend, it has evolved. We actually have theory, we have fundamentals, we have advanced practice, and it still is evolving. Bulls are changing. Bulls are bucking different than they ever have now. They're better than they've ever been. Guys are using different equipment, different ropes, different techniques, so we have to evolve with that too. So we have to change how we approach certain things.
You know what is interesting for me to hear? I used to manage a whole group of people, like 600 some odd people in a retail environment.
Holy cow.
And I would talk about training.
Yep.
You always have to train.
Yep.
You always have to learn. And I said, even Tiger Woods at the time was the best golfer. Nobody was close to him.
Right.
He still had a teacher. He still had a mentor.
Guaranteed.
And he still trained many, many days. Here you are. You've been doing this how long now?
23 years.
And you still not just train, but you go back to your mentor to have them critique you. That's awesome.
And the beauty too now of after doing this for 23 years, my ego with getting critiqued is pretty minimal. I don't take it real hard.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you really screwed up on this one.
Yeah.
And I know it already. See,
Yeah, right.
I can walk out of the arena and know if I've had a good performance or not. My wife is probably my number one critic, and also like she keeps me in line better than anybody else, and she can tell when I walk in the arena if I'm gonna have a good night or not, just by my posture.
Wow.
You know, just by my body language, you know, and she'll talk to me. She keeps me more accountable than anybody else by far.
You know
These guys do, my boys, they every day, are we lifting weights today? Every day.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm like, yeah, let's go. And you know, lifting weights for them is listening to loud, fun music and riding their bikes around while I'm hitting the iron. But they join me and they'll get in on a couple lifts and that kind of deal. So that's part of it.
What's amazing is when you guys are doing your thing, when it's done right, the crowd doesn't see what you're doing as dangerous.
Oh man.
Right?
Exactly.
But I'm looking at you guys because I'm seeing it from a different angle.
Yeah, right.
I'm like,
You're
holy
paying
crap, do you see what just happened?
Right, exactly.
And they're like, no, what?
Number one compliment I ever received in my career, I was mad about at the beginning. And now years later, I realize it's the best compliment I ever got. I left Red Lodge with Al, fighting bulls in. Top 15 guys in the world are there getting on bulls, called the Home of Champions Rodeo. Part of the biggest 4th of July round there is. Cody, Red Lodge, Livingston, Belfouche. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. I mean, it's everything. It's 4th of July round. Every pro rodeo at that time, especially Red Lodge, is part of that called the big ones. Guys are flying planes into the tiny little airport, jumping out of the plane with their saddle or their gear bag, jumping over the fence that Red Lodge put in for the airport so they can get on their horse. They require the pilot to wear a cowboy hat, so he's in, Western attire. Cowboys, they're the pilots back there saying, we have to go now if you want to make it to Cody in time to get in the perf, otherwise we're staying here. So they're yelling at them, guys go back over the fence with their saddles, get in the plane that's already hot, fly out of there, go to the next one. It's the coolest thing ever, right? So we leave that event, I'm stoked, we just kept everybody safe. Really one of those perfs that I wouldn't say anything is flawless in rodeo, but it was as close as we could get.
Right.
And as I'm leaving, one of the guys that was kind of part of the committee, he's like, oh geez, you guys, you didn't have to do anything tonight. That was a freaking day off. And I was mad because I was sweating, worked our butts off, was sore. And I looked at Al, I kept my mouth shut. I was the young guy especially, so I just kept my mouth shut. And Al was like, you believe that guy? And I was like, yeah. And I kind of started popping off. He said, no, it was the best compliment we could ever get. And it took me a couple years to realize Oh, you're dead right. We were so seamless that night. We were unnoticeable.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
what a bullfighter should be. The guys that are out there looking for the spotlight, if you want to do that as a bullfighter, go into the freestyle bullfights. That's fine. Go be a freestyle bullfighter. That's great. But when it comes to cowboy protection, being part of the rodeo,
Right.
showing bulls out of the gate so they don't have to rope everything. Just had a pickup man the other day say, one of my favorite guys in the world, his name's Casey Barrett. Casey is so cool, and he come up to me and said, hey man, I watched what you're doing out there. I was like, yeah, no thanks. He goes, no, thanks for leading them bulls out. He said, I was working with a guy not too long ago, decided he wanted to go fight everything, so we had to rope everything, slowed the rodeo down, put me at more risk, put them bulls at more risk, everything else. He said, I watched you literally go grab that bull, run in front of him, pick him up, and then get out of his way when he got in front of the outgate so he would go out. And he said,
Brother
that's
number
a
two,
lot cleaner
come
that
on
way.
over.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool. So,
I have a habit of, and I've always done it throughout my sports career,
yeah,
of catching the tragedy. And I say that. It's
What's
like
your
the
name?
pictures of Devin that I got.
right.
My rule is if someone gets hurt, I don't use the picture. It's not a good picture,
Yeah, I got
right?
you.
That, because I'm not here to exploit any of that.
Yeah.
But I got a picture of a football player. This guy, this guy was a great ball player.
Yeah.
And he just got a D1 scholarship to go throw javelin for a college.
Oh, wow.
So the one critique I have on this guy was he's great at scrambling, but he doesn't know when he shouldn't scramble.
Oh, gotcha.
And he always thinks he needs to hurdle somebody, which as a quarterback, you're going to take your own knees out, right?
Yeah.
So every time I'd see him scramble, I'd hold my breath.
Yeah.
So I see this kid scramble with his last home game as a senior.
Oh, really?
And I'm actually there shooting for his mother.
Yeah.
And he does this scramble, he
Yeah.
does this twist move, and it looks all fancy and everything, goes down in a hump. I'm just, oh man, that's ugly.
Yeah.
And his mom's best friend is next to me, and she goes, oh no, I hope it's not his knees, I hope it's not his knees.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going, that would really be a bummer.
Yeah.
Because it looked like, based on that twirl move,
Right.
someone hits him just
Some
wrong.
kind of weird twist.
So I start scanning through my pictures. I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, wasn't his knee. She goes, what was it? I go, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
She goes, I want to know. Let me see it. I'm going, all right. He had twisted, and then he started to fall, put his arm down, and he barbied his arm. His elbow ended up in his bicep.
Yeah.
And I got the picture.
Oh.
And I'm like, so I went to him, no tendon damage, no break.
No kidding.
How did that happen? It was
Wow.
a miracle,
That
right?
is a miracle.
And it was his off arm. It wasn't his throwing arm, so it didn't hurt his.
Yeah. So his javelin career. is
So I showed him the picture, and he goes, dude, chicks are going to dig that.
That's part of it. Yeah, no kidding. And that still exists, right? Like,
Right.
it's still that there's a warrior mentality that goes along with it, and
Yeah.
the aspect that we're still primal beings, and I always wanted to impress my wife out there, my girlfriend at the time, and
That's
I was
awesome.
a football player, whatever.
Right.
Went to the same high school and all that. So yeah, it's funny how that. Yeah.
Where did you guys grow up at?
Whitehall.
Oh, that's right.
We're going back there this weekend, which is kind of a cool. It's a return. We haven't, I mean, we go back and visit, but we haven't really gone back to do any kind of major events there for probably at least 15 years, maybe longer. And so for them, Whitehall's fresh in the pro rodeo world. In fact, they had been NRM for a little while, and they decided, we're going to go pro. So this is their second year of being a professional rodeo. Pretty cool.
There's a professional photographer. I don't want to say his name.
Yep.
He's well known in the NRA circles, and he's also well known as a huge ego.
Oh, really?
And I posted some pictures from the day one of the Twisted Nut,
Yeah.
and he calls me out for them because of the things that I tagged him on. And I'm like, why would this guy even care?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Shouldn't matter.
and he's like one of those guys where he's very territorial.
Oh, gotcha.
If you try to go shoot one of the events that he does,
Yeah.
he'll get you kicked out.
Oh, boy.
Which is like, dude, I'm an NRA licensed photographer too.
Yeah, man.
I'm paying my dues just like you're paying your dues. I
Yeah.
should be able to shoot. And by the way, you can't capture everything.
Yeah, it's totally true.
I mean, when I shot NHRA,
yeah.
God, there was 30 photographers on the rails.
Yeah. Oh,
Right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
all of these guys were big money photographers.
Sure.
You know how much I get paid to shoot the rodeos? I get this much.
Yeah,
If someone
that's-
buys a shot, great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm doing it, for them
Yep.
to help promote the sport.
Exactly.
Um,
Yep.
so it's not like and anyway, so he
Yeah.
calls me after this. I'm like, what's that even all about?
I don't understand that either.
I don't get it. I mean,
yeah. That's I don't know. Some of that stuff, I just don't.
I know. It's like, stop it.
Yeah.
There's room for all of us.
I agree. Yep. And I've really evolved in my career that way too, where I was always concerned about I'm concerned about the quality of people that are at the professional level, not the amount anymore. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
If somebody is a good bullfighter, that is undeniable, and they should be there.
Yep.
And that's the deal. And if I want to continue to have work, I need to continue to work on my game and be the one they want to hire.
The other thing that's really cool about that, working with, because I work with Bo and Chase and a couple of the other guys out there.
Yeah.
The cool part about that is they get to know me.
Yeah.
They'll look around and make sure that they're not in my sightlines.
Yeah, I try to.
And
do
I'm
that.
usually in the general area.
Yeah.
And they'll look around to make sure.
Yeah, I try to do that.
Judges not so much, but
Yeah, judges and pickup man, they're always in the picture.
the pickup men though, because we do with Kale and those guys.
Yeah.
But they're pretty conscious of it
They
too.
try.
They
There's no
do,
doubt.
but
Yeah.
they've got a job to do, and I'm not
Yep.
knocking that at all.
No.
What primary is health of the rider, health of the animal.
Yeah.
Everything else is. But when I see them turn around and look,
Yeah.
it's like, thank you.
At least they're trying.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do the same.
Yeah.
I had a guy hit me up. He's like, man, you'd have
Welcome
just
back,
taken one
Jeremiah.
step to the left, or been perfect. And he was giving me a hard time. He was cool. He goes, "Oh man, you're out there saving his life. Like I'm not. I'm just
Right.
here taking a photo." But I was like, hey. So I will tell you this. Here's the gravity of what you're doing out there. One of my greatest mentors, also in the game, his name's Denny Halstead. He's an actual clown. Great guy, one of my favorite dudes. Great rodeo clown. I think he's been the runner-up to the NFR. I don't know how many times. Cool dude. He said the last thing you have at the end of your rodeo career are buckles, stories, pictures, and friendships. He's like, that's it. That's all you got.
And a lot of money.
No. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
That'd have been cool though.
Well,
That was the joke.
well, there's one more. The bruises.
Yeah.
They stick with you.
You're going to have the hardware that's left in your body from
Yeah.
having to put your bones back together. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And you're waking up in the morning and getting other parts of your body going before the other ones do, kind of thing, So that's starting to. I'm 41 now, and in bullfighter years, it's probably like 73 or something.
Right?
Right. But I've had a great career. I was taught by a guy that wasn't a kamikaze,
Yep.
so my body's held up well. Plus, sports readiness and physical fitness has changed entirely.
Yeah.
Right in the part of my career where, like the cigarette smoking, beer drinking, partying guys were really fading away.
Yeah.
And rodeo became much more of a committed, serious
Sport.
Yep.
sport, right?
Yep.
And it always was, but it was just, and I'm not saying anything against those guys. They predicated their career on absolute toughness,
Right.
period.
Yep.
The sport evolved to where your toughness could also be enhanced by being physically ready too, right? So you're still required to be tough, you have to be, but also being smart about how you take care of your body, right? Which extended your career. So I've had this beautiful, blessed 20-year career doing this, partly because of the evolution of, the guys that taught me, like, hey, maintain your body. What are you doing in the off season? You don't need to be out all night, man. Not a good idea. Maybe save yourself. And that's what I would do at the beginning of my career. Guys would be like, man, why aren't you coming out with us to the bar or whatever? And I'd say, who's getting on tomorrow? That's your buddy or your brother or whatever. And they'd be like, oh yeah, so-and-so's getting on tomorrow. I'm like, you want me to be hungover for him, or you want me to be squared away? And be like, yeah, you should go to bed, man.
Kaleb, you're a great spokesperson for the sport.
Well, I appreciate
No,
that.
you are. You really are. You first of all, you're well spoken, but you look at it from a real perspective as opposed to let's go party, woo,
Sure, right.
banquet beer.
Right.
It's more than that.
professionalism.
That's exactly right.
That's the next level too. That's the expectation that I was brought up in the game,
Yeah.
is to be a professional, and I'm proud to be at that level too.
That's
You know,
cool.
and I think that's where some of the differences are too when you go from an open rodeo to a PRCA sanctioned rodeo or PBR or something like that too.
Someone asked me just last weekend, and this is one of the guys that was on the committee to make rodeo the state sport.
Yeah, I heard I was invited to go to that. I wish I was like in Alaska or something fighting bulls. I wanted to be there so bad.
This guy asked me if I was a PRCA photographer.
Oh, okay.
And I go, no. And he goes, why not? Why not? Your
Yeah.
stuff's every bit as good. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, there's some hoops that you have to jump through to do that.
Yeah.
And been there, done that. I'd
Right.
rather let someone that's coming up have that spot.
There you go.
And it's not because I don't respect. I do. I mean,
Yeah.
that's some stuff. You know what they have to do, and but it's kind of like, why am I going to take the spot? I'm 63 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
Gotcha.
Why am I going to take the spot of a 20-something guy that could learn? I'd love to teach him.
Yep.
I'd love to mentor him.
There you
And,
go.
you know, look, that's
There's
a
no
great
reason-
shot, but
Yep.
try
There's no
this.
reason with your experience, you should be mentoring.
Right.
Even if that's where I would encourage anybody that is coming along, come find you.
Yeah.
And even if they went through the hoops to get their card, have the opportunity to draw from your experience,
Yeah.
because that is invaluable. Also, your enlightenment to say, you know what, that's one thing that brings to mind something that was brought up with me in my career. Like, oh, have you worked the NFR? No, I haven't. I've not been in that maybe sphere of influence. It's a voted system. It becomes political. It's not without skill. I think the three guys that have worked it recently, for the majority of it, are probably the three best bullfighters that have existed in our game.
Wow.
There's no doubt about it. I
Wow.
really feel that way. Do I feel like my skill level is within their realm? Yes, I do personally.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in
No.
an ego thing. But the thing that I was taught, and it's probably the wisest thing ever, and this applies to you as well, don't let a sanction, an organization, or a rodeo predicate your whole career.
Right.
Don't let that dictate everything you've done.
That's right.
Like, you know, Denny said to me, dude, you've done this for 20 years, have had a healthy, safe career, have been involved in how many families, how many friendships, how many lives that you pulled the ball away from a guy that, you know, maybe he'd have been in bad shape, whatever. He goes, you can't throw that all aside just because you didn't go to the NFR.
Right.
I was like, man, good point. And because I was getting frustrated about the time, I really was. I can't say that I was perfect, infallible, that I didn't want to go to the NFR, that it, you know, and it's still my goal. If I didn't want to go to the NFR, I'd have to hang it up right now.
Right.
I definitely want to go to the NFR, but you know, it's just one of those things. I'm not going to hang my career on that.
And for me, I'd love to shoot something like that.
Right,
That,
correct.
for me, is
Yep.
like
Yeah,
one of the pinnacles, right?
sure. It's parallel for both of us, right?
Right. But for me to do that, the hoops that I'd have to jump
Yeah.
through are different.
Right.
Right? You've
Yeah.
got a 23-year career and people watching that throughout those years.
Right.
I've got a career that, you know, has been all kinds of sports, all
Yeah.
these different sports. And I've got nothing to, but then I go through and I say, well, I'm just shooting these local NRA events. And then I saw at this last rodeo, I wish I could, my cameras, all my pictures are on here because I have,
Yeah. Yeah.
I shot a sequence of Ty Owens coming out of the gates.
You guys are awesome.
The horse falls to its
Oh
knees.
shoot, really?
He's got one leg coming off, both legs on one side of the horse.
Yeah.
And somehow this guy saves it for an 82-point ride.
That guy.
It is the most ridiculous sequence.
Gives me the goosebumps. I love that kid too.
I know, he's awesome.
Such a good egg.
But when I see that, I'm like, see, I caught this sequence for this kid,
Oh, yeah.
who's always going to have the sequence to go, look at this right.
Yeah, man.
Right?
That
And so,
memory forever.
did I get that at an NFR? Nope.
No.
Got it right here locally, and the
Dang
guy's
right,
going to
man.
dig it forever.
It's
And
still there.
that's the kind of stuff for me. It's like, okay.
That's
you know,
righteous. I like that.
It's fun.
That's
you know?
what it's about, man.
And as a photographer, when you catch that shot,
Yeah.
that's just as exciting to me probably as you doing an awesome fight, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the parallel. I love the universal principles that go along with
Hey,
all
Shooter,
this
what's up?
Yeah.
because it applies to every aspect.
Yeah.
When you're at an elite level of anything, it applies to all aspects, and there's no denying that. Like you and I can have a parallel
Me too.
conversation
That's
about how
right.
we feel about this,
100%.
and it's true.
See, I dig your attitude about the whole thing too. you're just
I
yeah.
brought a.
I could talk to you all day.
Yeah, that's, I appreciate your time.
It's been fun. Thank you.
Dude,
Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me on live, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna get Brian paid.
There you
He's
go.
the man. He does
Hey,
the best
if
haircut
you're
around
are you on
town.
any of the socials?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook. You can look me up,
Are
Kaleb
you out
Barrett.
and about?
Caleb Barrett.
Yeah.